Let's 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 talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. What's the damn deal? Kicking with KCMC, man. Appreciate you for being here, watching. Yo, we doing a quick NBA Finals Game 3 preview. Game 3 preview. Indiana Pacers finally making it to the cribbo. They at home at Indiana Bridge Arena against the OKC Thunder. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I just want to come out, pause, and say this. I think this is a real toss-up series. At this point, I think and I hope it'll go to Game 7. Because I am a diehard Detroit Pistons fan. I don't give a dang who wins this series. Two small markets with no superstars. I'm good. Now, yes, there are big players showing up in big games in this series. Yes, I get that. And then there probably will be someone who will be crowned as superstar, either Tyrese Halliburton or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of this series, depending on who wins. That's what I think is going to happen. Not only will somebody win a championship, a franchise will win a championship for the first time, but also one of these players will be officially crowned a superstar on their team, if you ask me. With that being said, there's a lot on the line. I had a lot of hate for Tyrese Halliburton. And I don't even care. I can say it on record. You can look at the past live streams and see that. A lot of hate towards Tyrese, or what would appear to be hate. But this is what I want to say. And I said this out of the last game. Tyrese Halliburton has showed me that he's earned the respect. He's earned his respect, fam. Whether you want to give it to him or not, he's earned his respect at the end of the day. I will say that. But only showing up, I got to pull this up, bro. Averaging like 18 points or something like that. Now, I will give Tyrese Halliburton this. He's the league's third leading player when it comes to assists. Average 9.2 assists per game in the regular season. I will give him that. But other than that, he averaged 18.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 9.2 assists. 47.3%. 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 9 assists. Those are not statistics of what we would consider a superstar. So, but the credit we have to give him is that he shows up at big moments when necessary. He's been Mr. Clutch throughout these playoffs, helping them win with, I think they said they compare, I hate the stupid stats that they give, tied, or he's the top 3 in, or the number 1 player for most tied or to-go shots with 3 minutes or seconds. Or I don't care about that. That's stupid specific stat we don't care about. But Tyrese Halliburton, I want to say, can really earn a lot of people's respect if he hasn't already, if he wins this championship. I just don't know. My predictions for Game 3 in Indiana, my predictions is that it'll be a great back and forth game. If not Indiana having the lead for the majority of the game, but it won't be for a large margin. I can see Indiana walking away with Game 1 and OKC still in Game 2 in Indiana. If not reverse. But I do believe Indiana will take one at home and Indiana will lose one at home, which will make it an even series going into Game 5. And that's when we go OKC, Indiana, OKC as far as home games. And it'll get interesting from there. So I don't know necessarily. I don't have a favorite. I don't care. But I will, just to give my preview and my thoughts, finally I'll say it. I got Indiana winning tonight, and I got OKC winning on Friday. On Friday, June 13th. Friday the 13th, by the way. But those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat, in the comments, or call into the show 313-466-4386. Yo, I got this new thing that I'm doing, right? Oh, man. And I haven't even tested it before I did the live show. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, look. Check this out. Boom. Oh, that's hard. Pause. All right. So let me get into this next topic then. I didn't know that was going to work like that. And it worked well. This is an NBA topic right here as well. Give me a second. Play regular season game. Yeah, man. Okay, so this is where the epitome of from the stands of a sports fan as far as our perspective is important. The Pistons versus the Mavericks. This is coming from Associated Press, APnews.com. The NBA is going back to Mexico City next season with the Dallas Mavericks and Detroit Pistons set to play a regular season game there November 1st, 2025. The Mavericks currently have the number 1 pick in this month's draft and are expected to select Duke's Cooper Flagg. The Pistons made a huge improvement this season and reached the Eastern Conference playoffs. It will be the NBA's 34th game in Mexico City since 1992. In Mexico in general since 1992. 34th game. The NBA full schedule for next season isn't likely to be released until late summer. With that being said, the league typically announces some international games ahead of that. Now, like I said, this show is called From the Stands of a Sports Fan. I don't know if you can see it, but From the Stands. It's called From the Stands. With that being said, we're looking at it from the perspective of the fan who's watching the game. We're watching them on the field, on the court, whatever in the ring, whatever the case is. So, do we really care about them being in Mexico City, bro? Do we care about them playing in Argentina? Do we care about them playing in France? Do we care about them playing in Germany? What difference does it really make for us as the viewer or spectator? It's not like the court is completely outside and you can see the atmosphere and the skyscrapers and the residencies and stuff like that. Or it's not like I don't know. It's not like you can distinctly tell that these are some out-of-country international games. It's still going to be played on the hardwood indoors, pause. So we don't really care about the NFL going overseas to Germany. We don't care about the NBA playing in Mexico City or Mexico. They played 34 times in Mexico since 1992. Nobody cared, bro. The NBA is only doing this for their money. As fans, do you really care about the Detroit Pistons versus, I don't care if it's the Lakers versus the Knicks or the Lakers versus Boston in Mexico City. Who cares? As an NBA fan, either play basketball or don't. I don't care where you play. Now, if you're playing outside, that would be different. That would be interesting. They say it's a risk. Yeah, I get it. But take the risk. You're taking a risk playing basketball anyway. So that's what I got to say about it. As a fan, from the stands, I don't care about where you play. Even if you buy tickets, yeah, you buy tickets, you stay in Mexico, oh, that's wonderful. But when you go inside the arena, it's more than likely going to look like any other arena you've ever been to. It's going to have hardwood, pause. It's going to have seats, bleachers. It's going to have a scoreboard in the middle. I'm just guessing at this point. So we don't care about, just want to say that we don't care about any teams, any sports playing in any international games because it don't look different to us technically. We're not about to sit on our couch, watch the game, and watch you do an aerial view of the stadium outside of Mexico or Germany and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're playing there. I don't care, bro. I just had to say that. It might sound like a lot of hate, but I don't care if you think that's hate. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Okay. Ooh, I got another one for you. Check this out. We are going to move into another sport. This is going to be football. But we got to talk about this. I got to put some respect. I don't know if you've been watching the UFL. But it's something to watch. Now, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been watching the UFL like I did at least last year. Excuse me. Game after. But I'm still supporting it by at least promoting it, talking about it, keeping up with it. I have watched a game or two. but I ain't watched like I used to watch the UFL. So anyway, getting into this, I gotta say excuse me, let's put this up on the board right here. My Michigan Panthers are officially going to the UFL championship. UFL championship, did I say that right? Yeah. My Michigan Panthers officially headed to the UFL championship after beating them dang on Birmingham Stallions. Bro, can I talk about this? Michigan Panthers coming from the Detroit Free Press, freak.com. Michigan Panthers are moving on to the UFL championship game next weekend in St. Louis after outlasting the Birmingham Stallions on Sunday, June 8th at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Michigan will face DC Defenders in the title game for the second year of the UFL after DC beat St. Louis 36-18. I'm going to double check that. Give me a second. The Panthers, who were on the road after finishing a game behind the Stallions, dominated on offense in a 44-29 victory in a USFL championship game. The win snapped an 8-game losing streak for the Panthers against the Stallions that remarkably dates back to March of 1983. I didn't know this. The Panthers won the championship in the inaugural USFL season in 1983 before the league eventually folded and will now have a chance to lock up their second championship. Now, this time in the UFL, a merged league between the USFL, the United States Football League, and the XFL, Extreme Football League, whatever the X stood for. Shout out to my Michigan Panthers. Yeah, I'm saying my Michigan Panthers, even though I didn't really watch them this season, but I do keep up. I read the news. Now, I know that they were very competitive this season. They were number one in the UFL conference for a while, but they were up and down with that. They had their ups and downs. Lost to, I want to say Houston recently. I could be wrong. The Houston Roughnecks. Could be wrong. But nonetheless, they made it. Now, I do believe they have their quarterback, Bryce. I forgot his name. I think his last name is Bryce something. Black quarterback, too, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to look all this up. Black quarterback, too. Yep, Bryce Perkins is the quarterback. Yes, sir. Number 3. I know what I'm talking about. That's the man behind us right here. Bryce Perkins. Yeah, man. Black quarterback. Doing pretty decent. Doing what he does. And I do know the Michigan Panthers have Puka Nakua's 2 brothers. Puka Nakua from, I call him Pikachu, from the LA Rams. His brothers play for the Michigan Panthers. Now, one of them was just recently fined or suspended for like getting into it with a fan or something crazy earlier this season. It was kind of crazy. But nonetheless, like I like that we're here. Now, for as long as I've been watching the USFL or the UFL, I know that the Panthers have been taking some L's to the Stallions. I can't remember the last time we won, but obviously it dates back to 1983 before I was born. I didn't even know the USFL went back that far. With that being said, I'm happy they snapped that game. It was an 8-game losing streak in what? 35, 40 years damn near or something like that. But nonetheless, man, congratulations to the Michigan Panthers for getting that win. Ford Field's home team, one of Ford Field's home team. A Michigan team that's going to the championship, by the way. Got to put a lot of respect on their name. And I love it, man. So just wanted to say congratulations to the Michigan Panthers. I want to see if I can get I want to see exactly who they... I'm going to look this up real quick. Michigan Panthers. Come on, man. Y'all know I meant to say Panthers. Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm correct with the Michigan Panthers UFL game. All right, Michigan Panthers next game, June 14th. Bryce Perkins named the 2025 UFL Player of the Year, by the way. Shout out to the dogs. Yes, sir. It's the DC Defenders. DC Defenders at Michigan Panthers, which it technically won't be a home game. This will be in St. Louis, by the way. The Dome at America Center. And this is on June 14th. Looking forward to this. Hopefully I can catch this. This is Saturday, June 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 days, 45 minutes, and 37, 36, 35 seconds from right now. We are live on YouTube, by the way. But anyway, Michigan will serve as the home team, even though they're not at home. Yeah, that's what's up. So, hey, man, big congratulations to the Michigan Panthers throughout the season. I just wanted to take some time to give them they flowers for that, bro. I think that was super dope that they did that. Not only got to the championship, but like I said, for as long as I've known them, they've taken some L's to the Birmingham Stallions. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the UFL in general. Will you watch it? USFL? Do you not have any familiarity with it? Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. I got another topic, of course, we're going to go through. Oh, man. So, this is why. This is why I should have put that in there. All right, so this is... this is about to be a hot topic. But I love it. I love it. Let's go. All right, so next topic. Got to float through real quick. Want to talk about... oh, I love how this is flowing so far. Oh, yeah. There we go. There go my baby. There goes my baby. I'll be talking mess about Angel Reese, but I love her. Hey, this is coming from yahoosports.com. Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese had an excellent rookie season after a standout career at LSU. In her first season with the Sky, Reese averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds. That's a double-double, by the way. Double digits. It's two stats and double digits. That performance earned Reese an all-star nod, a spot on the all-rookie team, and some down-ballot MVP votes. It was also enough for Reese to secure her third straight BET Sportswoman of the Year award. Reese, who was up against a number of big-name candidates, won the honor during the BET Awards on Monday. One of those candidates, however, wasn't pleased about the decision. Boxer Clarissa Shields expressed disappointment over losing out on the award, saying, quote, on Twitter, "Still don't know how I didn't win the Sportswoman of the Year for the BET Awards, but congrats to Angel Reese and all the other nominees." Shrugs emoji. "I just thought accolades mattered," end quote. She continued by saying, quote, "I'm not joining in on any hate train when it comes to Angel Reese. I have mad respect for her and all the other female athletes that excel in their sport. As for my earlier comments, I am allowed to express my feelings. I was shocked I didn't win. I was under the impression the category was graded on accolades of your sport. It's okay to be a competitor," end quote. Shields, since we're talking about accomplishments within the last year, has accomplished quite a bit over her career. She's a two-time Olympic gold medalist who is a perfect 16-0 in her boxing career. She's been nominated for the BET Sportswoman of the Year award 2 other times, but lost out to Simone Biles in 2020 and Naomi Osaka in 2021. While Shields has expressed plenty of success, the award only takes the previous year into consideration. With that being said, Clarissa Shields won the WBO light heavyweight and WBC heavyweight titles in 2024, but only took part in one fight. Reese, by comparison, finished out her college career, got drafted, excelled in the WNBA, and they said she actually averaged a double-double, getting an all-star game as well. Or getting an all-star nod, I should say. So, a lot of people are saying that Clarissa Shields is hating on Angel Reese. I'm going to be honest with you. I never expected so much hostility over a BET award. I actually like it. I'm not mad at it. Now, I don't like beef or no tension or nothing like that, and I don't think there is. I'm glad Clarissa Shields clarified it by saying I'm a fan of Angel Reese and everything she does and all the other nominees. She's really putting the onus on the voting squad or whatever. Now, I get it. I get it. She says she's competitive. She's a woman. She expressed her feelings. It is what it is. That's what women do. I'm not mad at it. Now, do I think it's a little petty and you shouldn't have done it? Yes. Or no, you shouldn't have done it. Yes to what I just said. No, you shouldn't have done it. Claressa Shields, you shouldn't have tweeted that out. Should have just been congratulations. Boom. I think people could have probably read in between the lines on that because you technically don't even have to say that. If you would have just said congratulations to the nominees, I would have been like, she feel a certain type of way, but she's being respectful. But it is what it is. She put it out there. Now some people are choosing sides between Angel Reese and Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, a boxer from Flint who I respect, who also has had words for certain fans or people who she feels are against her or her haters, which she said are majority light-skinned women. So she kind of took some shots and some people caught some strays. Now, I don't think we considering Angel Reese light-skinned, but nonetheless, you know, Claressa Shields kind of painted that picture and made her own enemies out of that. So if there's more people out there that kind of don't like her because of this or choosing against her, I could kind of understand. I don't agree. I'm a little biased because I mess with Claressa Shields. I like Angel Reese too. But I just wanted to say that. Claressa Shields, you should have just close just shield your mouth. Shut up. You should shut up. Respectfully. I don't want you to whip my ass. I just wanted to say that. But anyway, Claressa Shields versus Angel Reese. If you had to choose, who would you choose? Who do you really think should have deserved that Sportswoman of the Year award from BET? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Got another topic we're going to talk about. This is interesting. We're going to talk. This is kind of a good transition going from basketball to boxing in some sort of way. So we're talking about Canelo versus Crawford. There we go. So we're talking about Canelo versus Crawford. Oh yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad that showed up nice like that. Give me a second. Boom. Canelo versus Crawford. This is coming from ESPN.com, by the way. ESPN.com says the previously announced mega fight between undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez and two-division undisputed champion Terrence Crawford will take place in Las Vegas at a venue to be determined. It will be streamed live globally on Netflix on September 13th. Alvarez, who's 62, 2-2 with 39 knockouts, is coming off a unanimous decision over William Skull in May to become a two-time undisputed super middleweight champion. He has won 6 consecutive fights since losing to Dimitri Bivol when he challenged for a light heavyweight title in 2022. Terrence Crawford, 41-0, 31 knockouts. Last August 2024 when he defeated Israel Madrimov for the WBA Junior Middleweight Championship. ESPN's number 3 ranked pound-for-pound fighter was previously undisputed at both welterweight and junior welterweight. My. Look at this battle right here. Let me tell you, for one, I'm very happy to see this come together. Canelo versus Crawford. I think a lot of boxing fans. I'm not a super duper boxing fan to where I can get into a lot of crazy names. I can name names, but I haven't seen them all fight. But I love this though, because I know that these two are. I've watched both of these people fight. I watched both of their fights individually, and I just love. I think Canelo fight. His loss came from the one dude and Mayweather. There's only 2 losses. And then Terrence Crawford, undefeated. Is he gonna take a L? Woo! Whoa. Oh, I can't wait. September 13th. And can I say my second part? It's on Netflix, fam. It's on Netflix, fam. Bro, shout out to Netflix, bro, for putting live sporting events like this on Netflix. Bro, they got the NFL, wrestling. I think they had like NASCAR on there recently, some other stuff. We getting good boxing stuff. They had Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Now we getting other, like, that wasn't a real boxing match. This is a real boxing match. And it's a big one. Pause. Shout out to this. Shout out to Netflix for pulling this together. I love this, dog. I love this, man. I'm looking forward to it. September 13th. Venue still to be determined. Who cares, bro? We know the date. We know what it's gonna be streaming on. Now, if Netflix start doing some pay-per-view stuff, even if you already got an account, I'm gonna be mad as hell. They haven't done that yet that I know of. But if you can just get a subscription and watch this, bro, this is lit, bro. This is lit, bro. Oh, I'm happy, man. Hey, I got Bud. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see a really good fight. I'm gonna say this for the record. I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo get it. And I hate straddling the fence like that. People doing stuff like that. I'm taking Bud to win. But I like Canelo as a fighter, bro. If he wasn't fighting Terrence Crawford, I would be going for Canelo. Ooh, this is about to be crazy. I love it, though. I love it, man. Who you got? Go off in the live chat, the comments, or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I do have just a few more topics I want to float through, though. And I love that this is working. It's working well. I got this new system I'm kind of working on. I'm trying to find, like, my perfect little, system to get this flowing. And when I get my my new computer, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna be in this. All right, so this is switching it up as well. This is going to a whole new sport. With that being said, and this is kind of crazy. So we're gonna stretch this out across a couple other different sports. With that being said, pause to stretch this out. So this is coming from SportsIllustrated.com. The Athletics, formerly of Oakland, have been one of baseball's worst teams over the last 3 years. Having made the playoffs since 2020 and annually field one of the lowest payrolls in Major League Baseball. Throw in the fact that the franchise is currently calling a minor league ballpark in West Sacramento home after fleeing Oakland in hopes of one day playing in Las Vegas. And it is a little surprise that players don't have great things to say about the organization. In fact, based on an anonymous poll of more than 100 big leaguers, aka MLB players, by The Athletic, excuse me. This is at The Athletic, the actual publication, not the team. The A's, the Athletics, are the most disliked franchise in the entire MLB. The outlet asked which franchisees have good and bad reputations amongst players. The Dodgers overwhelmingly came out on top with 82 of the 126 total responses, listing them among the teams with a good reputation. No players said that they have a bad one. As far as the Dodgers, no bad reputation. The Athletics, on the other hand, received 0 votes for good reputation and a league-high 39 votes for bad reputation. Of the league's 30 teams, 20 of them did receive at least 1 vote for a bad reputation. So that's not to make the Athletics feel too bad, even though they got 39 of them. Including 3 votes for the New York Yankees, who won 30 votes as a team with good reputation. And the first place, my Detroit Lions, also had a couple votes for a bad reputation. You bitch you. 9 franchises only received bad votes, but no one topped the Athletics. 9 negative votes. Now, I did not do as much research as I wanted to do to see exactly what those conditions were based on. But this is what I want to say. With that story being said, No endorsement, by the way. So MLB players, they had an anonymous vote or poll as to the worst franchise. They voted on the Athletics, the Oakland A's. They say, yo, they horrible for whatever the case may be. A horrible season, horrible environment, low payroll, low morale. It's just a bunch of different stuff I imagine, right? With that being said, that reminds me of two things. One, it reminds me of this, the fact that they did a so-called anonymous poll in the NBA on the most overrated player. And those players voted for Tyrese Halliburton. That came out and lit a fire under Tyrese Halliburton's ass, pause. And now he's been showing out in the playoffs ever since, and even responded to it in post-game press conferences and on social media. Tyrese Halliburton had. So it's something about these anonymous polls that's coming out I've never heard of before in my life. That are coming out, and they're coming out at specific times as well. So it also had me thinking, as a fan, or I wonder as even as other players, but as a fan, what do you think are the worst franchises in these other leagues? In MLB, NBA, and in the NFL. We can go to the NHL too. I don't know too much about the NHL. But I'll say this. I can't speak too much on the MLB, Major League Baseball, so I'll just ride with the Oakland Athletics. I wouldn't have expected that, but I'll ride with the Oakland Athletics. Cool, worst franchise. As far as the NFL, the worst franchise, I would probably say it's probably a toss between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. You know, and that's a solid question too. We gotta ask. I want to ask, which team had the longest drought for a championship? What NFL team has had the longest drought for a championship?
As of now, the longest championship drought in the NFL belongs to the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
They last won an NFL championship in 1947 when they were based in Chicago. Since then, they have not won a Super Bowl or an NFL championship, making it the longest drought in the league.
Sheesh. Hey, even if that is true, Arizona Cardinals, they've at least had great seasons, some good seasons since then. Like some competitive, they've had great players. No, not to say that the Browns and the Jaguars haven't had great seasons or great players, but from my years of watching, never seen anything good come out of Jacksonville or the Browns for real. That's just me personally. So I'm voting for, I'll even go as far as to say, dang, I want to say Jacksonville, but even as a city, you still in Florida, no state income tax. Might have to roll with Cleveland. Even in Arizona, at least you can leave the game, go outside, and it's hot. If you lose a game, you got a horrible team, and then you go outside and it's freezing cold, you can't just go like to the beach with some baddies, like right there in your hometown. It's kind of hard, pause. It's kind of hard to do. So I will have to go with the Cleveland Browns as one of the worst franchises in the NFL until I can think of another one. And then in the NBA, ooh, that's a good one. Off the top of my head, damn, another one just came up. Off the top of my head, if I had to say one franchise in the NBA that's the worst team, let me look this up. I gotta look it up. I'm sorry. I just want to look up NBA games. I just want to look up. Okay. Okay. I just want to look up recent records. We talking all time worst franchises. Ooh. Okay. I think if we're gonna base this also on weather and the condition of the actual market, the market itself too, I'm rolling with Utah Jazz. I can't remember the last time the Utah Jazz has won a championship. If they have, we're gonna check right now. What NBA teams has the longest drought for a championship?
According to Wikipedia, the Sacramento Kings have the longest championship drought in NBA history, having last won in 1951. The Atlanta Hawks are next with their last championship in 1958.
I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna say the Sacramento Kings. I was thinking that, but I was like, bro, that's Cali. But I was definitely thinking the Sacramento Kings. Only reason I was gonna say not the Kings though is because I at least known them to be pretty hot paws in like the early 2000s when they had Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Doug Christie, if I'm not mistaken, a couple other players. Like they were pretty decent then. They're pretty. I think they had Jason Williams too, if I'm not mistaken. So Sacramento at least had a decent team. I would say the Atlanta Hawks, just historically and based off what they just said, ChatGPT. But it's Atlanta though. That market, come on, man. I'd rather be in Atlanta and lose a game than lose a game in Utah. Utah. Hell no. No. So I'm going with Utah Jazz. Worst franchise in NBA. And for the NFL, I'm going with Cleveland Browns, man. And apparently the Oakland Athletics are the worst team in the NBA, worst franchise in the MLB, excuse me. But let me know what you think. What are the worst franchises based on market, record, like historically being trash? Let me know what yours is. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. I'm going to see if I got another topic. Or if I'm going to get up out of here. Oh. Let's have some fun. I got one more topic and then I'm going to go. This is in regards to women's sports. We kind of briefly touched on it earlier when it came to women athletic or sportswoman of the year. All right. So, oh man. Interesting. Love it. All right. So, next topic. We're going to talk about. Come on, man. Do what you was doing. Yeah, thank you. Next topic is Whoopi Goldberg actually co-founded a all-women sports network, a global sports TV network dedicated to women's sports that was co-founded by Whoopi and Jungo TV, Jungo TV, and Paramount Global's free advertising-supported streaming TV, FAST, F-A-S-T, service. Pluto TV unveiled a global content partnership on Monday, June 9th. The goal is, quote, to make women's sports freely accessible to viewers globally, end quote, via a fast channel, which is kind of crazy, which has now launched in the US, Canada, and UK, and the Nordics. The channel and all AWSN, that's All Women Sports Network, content are exclusively available on Pluto TV across Canada, the UK, and the Nordics. Starting this month, as AWSN also airs Suncorp Super Netball from Australia. Netball. That story came from HollywoodReporter.com. Probably like the least credible source that I just gave you today. But it looks like it's true unless this is AI. I got a few things to say about this. One, it says it's playing in It says it's playing in Canada, UK, and Nordics. So it's not even in the US. So why do we care? As American, why we care? Why did this even make the news here? Maybe because Whoopi Goldberg did it, I guess. I don't know. Sure. We'll give her that. All right, cool. It made the news here because Whoopi owned it. Next, all women's sports network. Do you want to make money? I say that with all due respect. But I don't know too many women that are die-hard sports fans. They might be sports fans to the fact that they'll go to a game if somebody paid for them to go to a game. I don't know too many women sports fans, or women who like sports, I should say, who's paying themselves for a ticket to go to a game. Not to say that they don't exist, but I don't know too many. Now, it could be men that goes and watch this channel too. I don't get me wrong. And with that being said, as a male sports fan from the stands, you know what I want to see from the stands if I see women playing? God forgive me for saying this. Forgive me for saying this ahead of time. I need y'all to be looking good. Sexy. I need that. I need that. Like, I'm sorry. I really am. And I shouldn't have said that. That's my man instinct saying that. See, and this is what I will say. I enjoy parts of the WNBA. This is what I want to explain. And I'm just being honest, right? I actually watch the WNBA. I love it. I support it to some certain degree. Now, I am very critical of it. I'm still waiting to see a dunk in this mother. But, nonetheless, I watch it. And you know what? Every now and then when I watch WNBA games and they show the players up close, or they show like their little player profile, I'm like, damn, she look good. And it make me want to watch just a little bit more. I started checking her out on the court. It makes me want to watch her game just a little bit more. Now, is that crazy? Now, what if I start seeing a whole team full of baddies that can hoop? Let alone 2 teams full of baddies that can hoop going up against each other. I might buy a ticket to that mother. That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for that? I need you to tell me. Am I wrong because I want to see attractive female players? I feel so wrong. Let me know what you think first and foremost. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. But also, man, I lost my train of thought. God. Netball. Let's just move on to netball. While I was doing this, I did some research on netball since they're saying they're airing netball. I said, what the heck is netball? You ever heard of netball or seen it? It's basically, it looks like basketball played with a volleyball, but the basketball hoop has no backboard. Has no backboard. Imagine that. A 10-foot pole with a basketball basket, but no backboard. A net, a hoop, a rim and a net, but no backboard. So your accuracy got to be on point. Now here's the thing, like you ain't no shooting no threes or nothing like that. You gotta only shoot the ball within a certain area, and that certain area is literally within like within free throw range of an NBA. What's the name? Within a certain radius, I should say. So, it's interesting nonetheless, and I think it's played with all. Yeah, it's like the only women-only sport, and in Australia, if I'm not mistaken, netball. Interesting. That sport was so interesting. I didn't even get to look at the women. I don't even know if they were good-looking players or not. I didn't even get to look at them. I'm just so interested in the sport itself. But that could be something. Maybe new sports that men don't even know exist played on that. That might work, but you got to market it. You got to market it. And sometimes when you market it, looks matter. Call me crazy. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. That's my last topic, man. That's my last topic. Just want to flow through those topics. Talk about sports real quick, per usual. A couple things that was on my mind. Listen, Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight, fam. It's tonight. I'm going to try to stream some of it live, do some live reactions. We might get about maybe a quarter or two, maybe half. But, hey, either way it goes, show some love. Hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Share this as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to try to come back 8 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Oh, shoot. That's coming up in like 15 minutes, fam. Huh. I should keep the stream up. Just keep the stream up. Give me a second. Before we leave, let's just check and see if... I'm pretty sure the NBA pregame is on right now. We might just switch this up. Do an NBA live reaction right now. Especially if the game come on at 8. Why not? Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. By the way. All right, we're going to take a look and see if we got NBA pregame on right now. Which I'm sure it was. This is also on, yeah, I think the game comes on at 8 o'clock. It's also on your local ABC channel, by the way. Oh, the game started at 8:30. Lord have mercy. Game started at 8:30, fam. We ain't going to stick around that long. We're going to take a quick break. And maybe we come back, stream live, do live reaction, play-by-play. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. Game 3, series tied 1-1. Who you got? Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. Man, appreciate you for kicking it with KCMC from the stands of a sports fan. We out.